Mariana Mazzucato, The Value of Everything, Making and Taking in the Global Economy. In the compelling book, The Value of Everything, Making and Taking in the Global Economy, by Mariana Mazzucato, readers will explore the idea of value in economics, its evolution over time, and its impact on our understanding of productivity and wealth. Delving into the works of early economists such as Francois Quesnay, Adam Smith, and David Ricardo, the summary highlights how perceptions of value have shaped economic theories and practices throughout history. As readers progress through the content, they will examine the role of the financial sector, the emergence of the innovation economy, and the influence of government in determining value, all while questioning notions of productive and unproductive work.
The productivity debate. The concept of productive work has been debated since the 17th century. Francois Quesnay, the father of economics, believed that only agriculture and mining create value, while all other work only generates money in exchange for moving that product around. For Quesnay, the nobility and landlords, as part of the sterile class, are unproductive. This view was shared by classical economists such as Adam Smith, David Ricardo, and Karl Marx. Smith's free market ideal was meant to be free from rent, and he believed that manufacturers were the truly productive force. Wealthy people hoarding money or spending it unwisely was seen as detrimental to the economy. Ricardo defined rent as profit gained from a monopoly of something scarce, which works for any industry in monopoly control. In the next part, we will delve into the changing meaning of value. The evolution of value in economics. The concept of value in economics has evolved from labor-based to consumer-based. Neoclassical economists developed the theory of marginal utility, where value depends on an item's utility and scarcity. This new definition of value led to the idea that all paid work is productive and affected the concept of rent. However, some argue that rent is still an example of value extraction. The flaws in measuring a country's wealth. The commonly accepted measure of a country's wealth, gross domestic product, GDP, is highly flawed. The system of national accounts, SNA, uses marginalist principles, whereby anything that fetches a price is considered to add value. The way governments are accounted for is problematic. Providing services at lower rates leads to public services being regarded as inefficient, which effectively penalizes nations for offering public services. Additionally, the financial sector, which redistributes existing wealth, was not included in GDP calculations until it became too big to leave out, leading to the assumption that it creates value. However, GDP does not distinguish between services that add or extract value from the economy. Therefore, GDP is not an accurate or fair representation of a country's wealth. The harsh reality of the growth of the financial sector. The financial sector's growth is not as good for the economy as commonly assumed. Institutions have developed clever ways of generating income, such as asset management and derivatives. The sector's share of GDP has continued to rise since the 1970s, but this does not guarantee financial success. The sector is meant to promote economic growth, but the economy's faster expansion than it has caused is evidence of it extracting an ever-growing amount from it, like rising bus fares. Governments treat finance as a productive economy part to make growth appear high, but the bank's ability to extract value from the economy such as rent can be devastating, as proven by the financial crash. Dominance of financialization. This book reveals how financialization has taken over the entire economy, regardless of sector. It all started with an article by Milton Friedman in the 1970s which encouraged businesses to put shareholder value above everything else, leading to the prioritization of maximizing profits over all other concerns. As a result, even non-financial firms like Ford started to use financial tools to increase revenues. This has resulted in a shift towards shareholder-first mentality which has led to widening income inequality and unfair executive payouts. Share buybacks have also become popular, enabling the company to buy back shares, which decreases the total number of company shares, and hence increases the worth of each remaining share. In trying to maximize shareholder value, stakeholders are often ignored, which is an issue. The alternative would be to consider stakeholder value instead, as employees and other individuals involved in running the company all have a stake in its success, whether or not they own shares. Government contribution to the innovation economy. The government has played a significant role in the growth of the innovation economy by providing financial assistance to startups, monopolies, and pharmaceutical companies. Although patents and monopolies theoretically encourage innovation, they have been used to extract value from consumers. The government should reconsider its role in supporting these industries. Rethinking the public sector. The public sector has long been characterized as unproductive, with government spending assumed to have zero return on investment. Public choice theory reinforced this idea, leading to privatization and outsourcing. However, research shows that direct public investment can be more cost-effective than private finance initiatives. It's time to reconsider the assumption that private is always better than public and consider how the two sectors can work together productively. Rethinking value in economics. The economy is meaningless unless it's improving people's lives. To measure this, we need to rethink value and disrupt the century-old meaning of the word. Value should no longer be determined by price, as it results in a system where value extraction is considered equal to value creation. Policymakers should acknowledge the public sector's vital role in the economy and rethink the incentives given to businesses. We need a better way to calculate GDP that includes everything that adds value and excludes everything that extracts it. It's time to put value back at the center of economics and reconsider what takes value out of the economy and what puts it back in.
To wrap up, The Value of Everything challenges our perspective on the concept of value, urging us to rethink the foundations of modern economics. By recognizing value extraction's impact on our economy and its distinction from value creation, we can work to reshape the way we perceive productivity, financial sector dominance, and the public sector's role. Ultimately, the book encourages readers to redefine value based on contributions to societal well-being and improvements in people's lives, as opposed to price. This change in approach will help us as a society to create a more equitable, productive, and sustainable economy for all.